Hi, good evening, everybody. I hope you all are doing good. This has been a while, we haven't connected, and I have been busy with team to bring something absolutely remarkable for you. And this time we are bringing Lacuna Astro Orbital. So, Lacuna Astro Orbital is a proprietary software which we are building at the moment. It is, I would say, 90% done. The purpose of Orbital is to demystify the predictions. This is one of its kind software, nowhere available in the entire world. And this is something which we are right now not going to offer to anybody uh, out there. There are a lot of people who are demanding that they wanted, who have seen the demo of it, or somehow got to know about how exactly the software works. So we are still in the phase where we want to control the software because the capabilities which we have built and introduced in the software is really remarkable. As of now, we don't have any specifics to to look into. None of you have asked any questions so far, but if anybody has any questions, let's see how Orbital works for you. So Lacuna Astro Orbital is a new offering from Lacuna Astro. It is something which is going to be absolutely in control. And if anybody has any questions, you can ask, and we can try Orbital on the spot and see how exactly Orbital is functioning. Orbital is predominantly utilizing the Nadi astrology, and it is built with absolute precision as far as our knowledge is concerned. We have validated this on most of the legacy data sets, and we could see the predictions are pretty good. And that's the reasoning I thought let's open it to the public and let's try in the live sessions and see how exactly how exactly we can go and validate whether the orbital is predicting things in the right fashion. Hey, hi Swati, how are you doing? You can just post your details here, and I would be creating your chart on the spot, and then we can see what is there for you. So, in case if you are a Lacuna Astro user, you may already have our application. You can go and create a profile there as well and share your token after that. If you don't have the application, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to create the token for you on the spot here in front of you, and that token is what we can use for the prediction purpose. uh, the purpose of today's session was to just let you guys know how exactly the orbital is going to function. And we do have the first request for today. Let's see how Orbital can help her. Just give me a minute. Thank you so much, Swati, for sharing your details. Let me quickly create your profile. So, Swati, this is our application. This is our mobile application, which is available on App Store and Play Store. Anybody can download it. It's absolutely free. There are certain paid features in case if you want any precision questions, then definitely you can pay a minor price for that, and you can get the most detailed answer possible in the world right now, right? So people can claim, but what we are doing is something next level. Now let's see, let's create the profile for Swati. And we just created Benjamin Netanyahu's profile as well, because there were so many false news floating around, right? Oh, he's dead and all that, right? And We tried to use Orbital to validate whether that news is true or not, and Orbital confirmed that there is no specific dasha currently being formed which can ultimately lead to his death. There may be an absolute question how exactly we got to know about Netanyahu's time of birth, because that is something which is quite unknown to the world. So for that we tried time correction, and that's the way we validated. Let's create Swati's profile, and that's the first profile for today. Yeah, Prokshit, why not? You can ask your question. Swati, what's your question? You haven't shared your question. May I ask you to please share your question, please? Swati, can you please share your question? This is your token, Swati. Please keep this token handy with you. Next time when you come, this is what I would be expecting you to share. For any further consultation or any further discussions with me or with my team would be initiated through this token. So this token is the very important thing you have to maintain. Okay, Swati, thank you so much for sharing the details. Let's go and see what Orbital says about you. The software is still under testing. So if you get to see an error, don't worry about it. Okay. We will find another way to look into your chart. Swati, please confirm your details. You can see your details here on the top. So guys, what you are seeing on your screen is Lacuna Astro's proprietary software. It is called Orbital. It is nowhere available in public. So nobody has access to this. We are still in the phase of validating all the predictions, if everything is working fine or not. As soon as it starts functioning the way we want, potentially we can make it available to all of you. Otherwise, all of the features which Orbital has would be available in Lacuna Astro. Okay, so this is the current situation for you, Swati. If you look at the left top side, right, then it is predominantly talking about the positioning of the planets from the Nadi standpoint, and it is also clearly calling out what planets are supportive, what planets are not supportive, what planets are giving support, but that's not pretty strong. So if you see here, for marriage, 2711 is very important, right? As long as the involvement of 2711 is there, we should be able to reach to a logical conclusion. But in your case, it is something which is very rarely formed, right? Only the Ketu and the Rahu are the two planets which are indicating the presence of 2711. But other than that, largely the planets are simply saying that strong deny or average deny, or so that's the current situation we have. So when anything like that is being seen in the charts, that is quite a critical situation for you, right? And in case if you want to just drill down further, and if you want to look into the possibilities of happening this event in the future, we need at least 3 planets supporting that. So we'll try to make it work, right, and see how exactly and this is working. So let's do that. So Rahu is in support, Ketu is in support, and manually I'll just put Venus as well. Just hold on. Hey, hi Ritika. So what you guys see on the screen, right? As I am enabling the planets which are somewhat giving an indication for marriage, we see clearly that there are certain good times, there are certain bad times, right? For event to happen, the Dasha Bhukti Antar must be in support. So the specific rows where you see the color is green, that means these times are pretty much supportive for this event. So starting from 14th of April till 4th of May, there is a possibility where some sort of discussion can happen. So let's see when exactly there can be some progress. So looking at this, I'll just try to navigate the Gochar. Just give me a minute. So this has all been done using Orbital. Orbital is our proprietary software. It works in conjunction with the mobile application, which you guys may already have. So earlier I was showing the mobile application. If you have the mobile app, then you can just go ahead and look into it. And so what I can say here, right, Swati, somewhere around 20th of April, right, you would get to see some traction or some discussion around your marriage. The time ahead is quite positive. Starting from 14th of April till 30th of June, and there is a very strong possibility of you getting some sort of discussion happening around marriage. Make sure there is a possibility of having some miscommunication, or there is also a possibility of having a bit of problems in your marriage. So for that you have to be careful, but nobody can help you with that. So that's something you have to work out. If you see, there are very small time frames in which the event can happen. So there can be some traction starting from 14th of April till 30th of June. Specifically on 20th of April, you can expect some sort of progress being made on in this direction. The time is not long enough if you want to go ahead through a vetting process where you would be validating and just making sure everything is absolutely fine. Then the time itself is not very long, right? So but if you guys can find something chat mangni patbya wala cheese, then it can work out. Otherwise the time itself is not quite long, right? So these are the only two slots available in near future. If you want, you can use it. Otherwise, your choice. Let's move on to the next profile, guys. Just give me a minute. Make sure wherever you are going for the discussion, right? Make sure you you try to make it quick, right? If you guys just linger it around, then marriage is not going to happen. It is definitely going to be a problem area for you. Who is next? Prokshit. Prokshit, if you are there, let me know, please. We are going to create the profile for Prokshit now. You guys, if you want, you can download Lacuna Astro application also. It is available on App Store and Play Store. Hey Prokshit, this is your token. Please keep this token handy with you next time when you come. Prokshit, may I request you to please validate your details? So if anybody has joined new, then just wanted to let you guys know that we are using our own proprietary software which is called Orbital, and Orbital is used for precise predictions. This is a homegrown software. It's not available anywhere in public. So what job you are looking for? Tax inspector. So I just applied the IRS, right? So tax inspector is somewhat having the same kind of capabilities which are required. So that's the reasoning you get to see the IRS here. So don't get confused by that. The good thing is the moon and the sun both are in support, but let's see. Prokshit, when is your exam? If you know, may I ask you to please confirm that also, please? When is your exam? 'If you can be very specific in terms of the date, when exactly it is going to happen, that will be really great. Do you know the dates? No, I don't care about your preparation. That has nothing to do with this. I'm asking, when is your exam? 2027, 2028? So, Prokshit, one thing I can tell you, there are pretty good times. I would not like to look into the Gochar right now because you don't know the dates. So that doesn't make sense. So what you can do, you can just take a screenshot of it, right? It is coming on your screen right now. So you can see that anything which is in green, right? These are the time frames when you can expect something good, right? Since you don't know the specific time, I would request you to please take a screenshot. If your exam is in between these time frames, you can expect something good, but I would not guarantee that. I would suggest you to please come and have a look into the Gochar, right? So right now, if I just directly jump on this, assuming your exam would be on 6th of May, so let's jump on that. So you can see that there are multiple planets which are giving a very clear indication that there is a very strong possibility. But I would say let the time come and then we can look into the Gochar. But I would say the time is quite favorable. So even if we just go and look into the time frame where the event can take place, then it is clearly indicated that starting from February 2027, your good time starts, and then you can just uh, so starting from February 2027 is when things are going to get in your favor. I would suggest you to please take a screenshot of it and keep it with you. When your dates for the exams are declared, you can come and we can look into the Gochar and try to find out uh, what is there for you. Okay, take care of yourself. Let's move on to the next profile. So guys, we are using Lacuna Astro's proprietary software. It is called Orbital, and it is something which we have not yet exposed to the public. We are just keeping it to ourselves. Why do you need a remedy, man? Why do you need a remedy? Because when the time is supportive, why do you need a remedy? Just focus on your studies, right? If time is not supportive, or it's a quite critical situation, then potentially you can talk about remedies, but right now this is not the case. Yeah, we are available on App Store and Play Store, both the places, but Orbital is not available anywhere, and it potentially it would not be, because it has very precise prediction engine. We don't want to open it to the public. Let's move on, guys. Who is next? And the price for this would also be quite high, so people can't afford this software. So to take the advantage of it, people need to come here in the live session, or they need to book a offline consultation. We are going ahead with Priya. Let's see what is there for Priya. What is your question? Which exam you have? Can you specify the exam? First, let's look into the possibility of job. If we just concentrate on job, right? Because I don't want to expand the horizon and try to find out other possibilities, right? Let's first concentrate on the possibility of job. In any case, that so for example, we do have variety of questions here, right? For example, you can have the specific questions, right? For example, can I get selected into police, or can I become a CA? Can I become an engineer? Can I become a guy who is practicing law? So there can be multiple questions related to job, but all of that goes through the possibility of having a job, right? So in turn it is validated. So we are just looking at the possibility of job. So even if we see the current dasha which you are going through itself is not in the list of the planet which are supporting the event. So I'm not very confident that you are going to get into the government job, right? So that possibility is not there. Okay. So I would not like to look into anything beyond this, because if the dasha itself is not conforming to the event, how exactly it can happen? It can't. So for me, I would say that you can try something in the private sector, or you can wait, because the strong time for you for this possibility is very low late. I don't think that that long you should be waiting. So the dasha, current dasha, is not supportive for it, so I have to move on. There is nothing we can do. Let's move on, guys. So it's not going to happen. So the possibility of job is very weak. 2047, or you have to do the remedies. And remedies are not like you just the current dasha is not very favorable. The time for the common job is very late. You need to wait till 2047 or look for private sector. Okay, guys, let's move on. Who is next? Today's intention was not to do any sessions, right? I just wanted to let you guys know how exactly the orbital works. But as usual, right? You guys started asking your questions and I couldn't stop me, and I started answering. But anyways, let's use this time to look into your charts and see how long I can stretch it. But I just wanted to let everybody know that we have built another version of the software. One is the mobile application, which most of you would have already used. It's available on App Store and Play Store. We have built another software which is called Orbital, right? Orbital is a desktop solution. It is predominantly, when we started building it, we wanted to build it for people who are really seeking any astrological advice, and they have already tried multiple gurus, multiple courses, and they are still not able to reach to a logical conclusion. For them, this software is what we have built. So what this software does, the software simplifies everything. What do I mean by that? You go, you punch in your token. Where do you get the token? When you download the Lacuna Astro application and create your profile, you get the token. Once you punch in this token here and just select the specific question you want to ask, right? There are plenty of questions and we keep adding these questions so that you have nothing to worry. So tomorrow, if you say that I want to look for something which is related to assassination, or maybe which is related to getting a job in biotechnology, right? Those are the questions which are predominantly not available right now. But if you say that this is the question we want, so we would add it for you. Obviously, the software is not built for the astrologers. We don't want to build it for them. This is built for the general public. They can just have it. They can just select the specific area of their question and specific answers would be provided. What it does, it gives you very precise information. What that precise information, it tells you when exactly the specific event is going to happen and what are the conditions which are conforming to this event. And that is exactly what Babaji's fool you around, right? Because they really don't get into the real details of it. Here at Lacuna Astro, what we do, we have coded it. We have made sure that all the conditions are checked before a specific answer is given. So that is what I wanted to tell you guys today. But as usual, you guys are going crazy. So I'll just go with you and stretch it for some time, and then we'll close the session. Who is next? We have Ritika Chaudhary. Ritika, what is your question? Ritika, if you are still there with us, let me know. Ritika, if you are still there, let me know. Let's move on, guys. Ritika is not there. Who is next? So, guys, don't try to search Orbital on internet. I see that there is a very big spike on our website. Don't try to search it anywhere. Orbital is still a completely closed source product. It is not available anywhere on the internet. So if anybody is searching for that, you would not get any prints of it on the internet, and probably you would never get that, because it is going to be something which will be controlled, uh, up to large extent. I'm just adding all of you into the queue so that I can start picking you guys one by one. And I don't look into how many likes, how many subscribers, and all that, right? There's a very controlled environment. We want to have a very focused and precise discussion with people. So that's the reasoning. We are not looking into how many likes you are doing and who has liked when. So don't share that, because that is something which is not useful for me. Akshay Bharadwaj, thank you for sharing your token. I see that you have shared your token. I think I do have the list now. Let's move on. Let's move on, guys. We do have a list now. We do have Ritika Chaudhary. I think she is no longer there. Let's move on to the next one. Sunny Bunny, where is your token? You are a returning viewer. I would expect you to share your token. In absence of token, I can't help you. So Ritika is no longer there. Sanjay Sharma. Sanjay Sharma, if you're there, let me know. Sanjay Sharma. I'm adding Mohit as well. Sanjay Sharma. Fine, Sanjay Sharma is not there. Shirish. Shirish, if you are there, let me know. Okay, let's look into Shirish now. Guys, these there are certain questions which you can ask in the application directly. Okay, so those applications you can those questions you can ask there. We are creating the next profile. Let's create the kundli for Shirish. Shirish, if you're there, just let me know, please. We are with Shirish right now, and after Shirish, we have Sanjay, then Sudrishti, Sudriti. I don't know what is the name, Sudriti Pandey, and then Akshay. Akshay, you are on the fourth number, I think. Yeah, Sudriti, you are there. Just hold on. Let's go one by one. Otherwise, I'll miss the queue. 3:15 p.m. She's, this is your token. Please keep this handy next time when you come. Just hold on, Akshay. Just hold on. Do you know when exactly your exam is? If you are aware of that. Shirish, do you know when exactly your exam is? Yeah, I think the chances are pretty good. I would suggest be very positive about it. If we see here, right, multiple planets on that specific time frame, right, from the Goche standpoint, they are looking at the specific significator houses. So in this case, we are trying to find out the specific houses which can materialize this event. So we see the specific houses are being involved and that are being seen by the specific planets which are supportive for the event. So on that specific day, uh, we have set the gocher for 17th of May, right? So this seems to be quite positive. Uh, you can take a screenshot of it. Next time when you come, whenever your result is there, you can just confirm. Yeah, I mean, when we change the hours, right, it is not going to do multiple any significant changes, right? Because the planets which are involved there, they are very slow moving planets. So in a 4, 5, 6 hours time window, they are not going to change significantly. So that should not be a problem. So don't worry about it. Uh, don't go by what I just said. Just focus on your studies. Even though planets are supportive, that does not mean that sab ho jayega. Okay. So your study is what is going to make a difference. Okay. So if you are just relying on astrologers, then definitely कोई ना कोई तो तुम्हें लेके डूबेगा ही. Let's move on, guys. No, we'll not get into that question. That for that you can ask tomorrow. Just give me a minute. I'll just check it. Just hold on. The chances of clearing the exam is there on 17th May. The future is reflecting. Let's see that. Just hold on. Certain things we are trying first time, so if there is any glitch, don't worry about it, guys. At least the system is indicating that there is a strong possibility of you being in a you becoming a guy who is of engineering mindset. So I would say yes, there is a strong possibility of you becoming an engineer. So must raho, lage raho. Let's move on, guys. At least the system is reflecting that there is a very strong possibility of you becoming an engineer. So let's move on. Sanjay Sharma, if you are there, otherwise Sudriti, otherwise I'll move on to Akshay. Sanjay Sharma, if you are there, please let me know. Let's move on. We'll go to Sudriti now. Sanjay is no longer there. And after that, we'll move to Akshay. Just give me a minute, guys. Okay, Sudriti, let's look into what is there for you. And I want to tell everybody that we are not here in the business of doing bakwas, right? So we would try to be very precise. है तो है, नहीं है तो नहीं है. So that is the answer you can expect from us. अगर यहाँ पे कोई आ रहा है कि हम बताएंगे कि आपको इनकी दृष्टि उसके ऊपर पड़ गई, इसकी वजह से ये हो गया, तो वो सब मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगा, प्लीज़. That we would not be able to do. And somebody is asking if I'm a KP astrologer, right? So whoever you are, my friend, I want to tell you one thing, that we are making sure all the possible astrological things are being implemented in Lacuna Astro with absolute precision, so that the bakwas around राहु यहाँ आ गए, केतु यहाँ आ गए, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट ये हो गया आपकी लाइफ में. बिकॉज व्हेन यू गो टू समबडी, दैट पर्सन ऑलरेडी नोज कि आपको क्या बोलना है, राइट? तो that is something which we are not going to do here, right? We are going to make sure we have to do it in a yes and no fashion. If we are not able to do that, then this is good for nothing, and that is exactly what we are trying to implement here. Yeah. And if you are expecting something which makes you crazy and then makes you think that, oh no, I have to do this specific remedy, this is specific mantra chanting and all that, right? Then definitely this is not the place. Obviously, I would also be suggesting in very rare cases if there is a possibility of doing something, but that is very subjective. That is possible when there is a very minor the planet is lacking very small fraction of it, then only you can just go and do something. If there is a strong denial, then आप कुछ भी कर लो, नहीं, आप कुछ नहीं उखाड़ सकते हो. So you have to be very clear about it, that what exactly you are seeking. If you are seeking something which makes you crazy, then I'm so sorry, I would not be able to help you. And the softwares which we are building, our objective is to make them Boolean. So that is what I want you guys to be very clear about. Yeah, this place is not there in our database. Do you have any other nearby place? Sudriti, if you have any nearby place, please let me know. This place is not there in our system. And even if I talk about people, right? No, that's also not there. But it is not there in my system what to do. If you can tell me any nearby place, I can obviously get it corrected immediately in the backend system. I'll just put the Kolkata there. Let's move on. No, that's fine. We'll correct it. We'll correct it. Don't worry. There is possibility of everything. Just hold on. You're talking to somebody who is behind what you see here. So the latitude for Midnapore is 22.42, and for Kolkata this is 22.54. So let's correct that. 42, and this is, oh, there is a considerable difference, but anyways I have just updated it, so don't worry about it. Cool. It's updated now. Just give me a minute. So the latitude and longitude which you see here, right, Sudriti, that is the latitude and longitude of your place which you just mentioned. So I just got it updated behind the scenes. So it is there now. So the chart which is generated here is based on that only. So don't worry about it now. Let's move on. This is your token. I would request you to please keep this token handy next time when you come. Let's move on to Orbital. What it says. Sudriti, may I request you to please validate your details? Thank you. What was your question? MBBS. When are you appearing for the exam? Can you confirm that also? 3rd May. Fine. Okay, thank you. Just hold on. Okay. I think this is definitely going to be a good outcome for you, uh, Sudriti. If you want, you can take a screenshot of it. We are currently looking at the Gochar for that day, for the specific time when you would be appearing for the exam. So, in first glance, it seems to be very favorable time for you. I would say that with full confidence, you should go and appear for the exam. Whenever the exam is done, please come back and let us know how was your experience and what was the result. Okay, you can take a screenshot of it and just save it with you. Anyways, we do have a logging system here, right? So against this, I'm going to just update it. Okay, so we are going to anyhow update it at our end. That we will not discuss here in the live session. Only one question we can look into. The exam is on 3rd of May 2 to 5 p.m. The dasha is supportive for the event. Okay, everybody, let's move on. Sudriti, for that we can't look into that right now. In live session, we can just look into only one question. Let's move on. Aksha, if you are there, let me know. we'll take one more request for today and then we'll close the session. I'll add Apeksha as well. Apeksha, if you're there, let me know. Akshay, please confirm if you are still with us. No problem, Sudriti. You can come tomorrow if you want. Akshay, what was your question? May I ask you to repeat the question again? So anything which is possible, right? Akshay, please listen to me carefully. If your exams are scheduled anytime before 21st of May 2026, please expect something good there. Uh, let's see if there is any specific time for that. Just hold on. So if your defense related exam is scheduled somewhere between that time, right, before 21st of May or somewhere 2 3 days here and there, then obviously you can expect something good there, right? Otherwise, the next slot for you is coming somewhere in 2027, starting from 8th of February. Before that, for the remaining period, right, where you see the red lines, that is indicating that the chances of you getting any good opportunities would not be there. So if your exam is happening before 21st of May, then you can expect something positive for you. Otherwise, you can't really get a Defense. I'm talking about defense. And when exactly your exam happened for teaching? टीचिंग कब हुआ आपका? So the current time is going on, right? So if even if you get the teaching result, this time is favorable for you to get the job. Okay. Just give me a minute. If you get your result somewhere in between, right, then that is also going to be positive. So this entire whole time is there, right? And that time is quite favorable for you. Before 21st of May, you can expect something good. Something good may come out of your efforts. Okay. Yeah, you can take a screenshot of it. I see that, or this session is recorded, right? So you can come anytime and you can watch it. If even if we just keep moving, right? There are good possibilities which are being reflected here, right? So I'm just rotating the gochar and it looks absolutely fine. Let me know whatever is the outcome. No, that time being favorable does not mean that the result would be favorable for you, right? So that is the purpose of gochar, right? I'll explain it. Just hold on. Yeah, Akshay, if you see here, right? Now we are just trying applying a filter for teaching job, right? Where we are looking at the specific houses which are responsible for your intelligence, for your education, for your higher education, right? So if somebody is already having intelligence and having a fair enough brain, then the possibility of that specific person becoming a teacher is very high, right? And we are also looking at the possibility of job. So if you see here, right, the multiple planets are indicating that there is a very strong support of you becoming a guy who can be a teacher. But when exactly in that specific supportive time you are appearing for it is what matters, right? And that is where the specific time of the job, exam, when you are appearing for that, that all matters a lot. So if you are appearing for the exam at a time when, even though the overall Dashabhukti Antar was in support, but the Gochar was not indicating any specific support for that event, then how come you are going to get the good results? So what we can do, whenever you appeared for the exam, for that specific mm, means whatever exam you mentioned, right, where you failed, if you can mention that, we can go and see how much support you have in the Gochar, right? If Gochar is reflecting that there was a strong support but you still failed, then we can discuss it further. Otherwise, no further discussion required on this topic. Okay. So there is a number which would be flashing on the screen. You can just drop a message there, and we can see. I would expect you to share the specifics. What specifics I would be looking for? I would be looking for the time when you appeared for the exam, right? The specific date and the time, so that we can just move around and see when exactly that event happened, whether there was a necessary support available or not. If you are willing to share that, I'm willing to help you. Otherwise, why it didn't happen, we can't rationalize it. So to rationalize it, we have to just go look into that specific time, and then we would be able to do an argument on that. Otherwise, we can't really reach to a logical conclusion. So as I said at the beginning, right, it totally depends on, even though the Dasha Bhukti Antar is supportive, otherwise what is the purpose of seeing the Gochar? Okay, so you can just have the number which is coming on the screen, just send the details of the specific time when the exam happened. I can just get it validated through the software and through manual validation as well, and then I can confirm you back. Okay. Yeah, please do focus on that. But if you want to find out uh, why that happened, then I'm here to help you. But totally depends on you. If you want, you can just share that. Let's move on, guys. We'll take the last one for today, and that is for Apeksha. Apeksha, if you're there, let me know. Let's do the last one for today. And anybody who is seeking the help, please come tomorrow. We are doing the last reading for today, and that is for Apeksha. No, Akshay, I would like to validate first. The one you said you failed, right? I want to see when exactly you appeared for that exam. Once you share those details, then only we'll have further discussion. Otherwise, our topic is closed. When you said you failed, right? I want to check that specific time when you appeared for that exam. Apeksha, this is your token. Please keep this token handy next time when you come. Mohit, if you're there, let me know. You are also there in the list. And that doesn't matter. You said you failed, right? I want to know that specific that specific time when you appeared for that exam. But anyways, your quota for today is over. You can ask only one question. So you can come tomorrow. Otherwise, I have given you opportunity to reach out to me. So you can use that also. Apeksha, what is your question? I'm in an illusion about someone who is that was my potential partner or not. Apeksha, you are not going to have a. Just give me a minute. I would say stay away from these things, Apeksha. If you continue to find somebody who is your dream boy, dream girl, and all that, right, that is less likely to happen. Obviously, there is a possibility, considering the dasha which you are currently going on, right? Just give me a minute. Apeksha, you are going to have a quite an unstable relationship, for sure. No, Apeksha, the answer is yeah. So the answer for this is no. I would say please maintain a distance. Don't try to indulge into anything which is related to, you know, uh, getting into any sort of relationship, right? Because it is very less likely to happen that it will get materialized into a marriage. So the possibility of that going in a, different direction where you are being harassed is possible. So I would suggest please make sure you are not opening up yourself to the person or the people whom you can't trust. So only suggestion I have for you is please make sure you are not really, committing for something which is not long lasting. So there is another angle also which is quite disturbing, quite challenging. I would say that please be very careful, conduct your life with caution. Don't live a life of animal, right? So just try to live a life where consciousness is also attached. Maintain your dignity, that is what I have. The marriage is quite delayed, it will be happening somewhere in 2032, so there is still some time. Utilize this time to focus on something more constructive. So the current time is not favorable for you to get into any sort of indulgence with anybody. It can give you some level of pleasure for sure, but it is not going to last long. So that is what I have to say for you. I'll just yeah, that is what I mean, but I you know what you are doing. I have said what I had to say, so no further comments on this. You know what you are doing, so why you want me to tell that? So there is a very thin line between love and lust, right? So knowing that line and then acting accordingly is what is the common sense. The possibility of true love is intense physicality. Don't be confused, just focus on something else. Don't focus on love and affair, that is not for you. If you didn't understand what I just said, then I don't know any other words to explain. Okay, so don't focus on love and affair, that is not for you, right? And if you just want to use love and affair to satisfy yourself, then please go and do. Why do you ask me, right? There is a strong possibility of you being indulging into relationships which are not going to last long. Now choice is yours. If it is not clear to you what I just said, then uh, I can't say anything else beyond this. Okay. You can drop a message to the number which is flashing on the screen. I can be a little bit more open to what you are going through and what you are experiencing. But right now, yeah, that is just hold on. No, you be very careful. It will keep coming. It will keep coming. The positioning of the planets is like that, so can't help on this. You have to start doing something. You do meditation, you do whatever you want to do, right? That is your choice. But you have to get out of this, right? Uh, Astrology can't help you get out of this, right? This is something which has to be your conscious effort. How do you put that conscious effort is something you need to learn, you need to practice. Unless you do that, you don't do that, you are not going to get out of it. And this, the age group you are in and the kind of experiences you are going through right now would not let you get out of it, because that pleasure is next level, right? But anyways guys, let's move on. I think we are done for today. um, we Today's session was mostly about sharing what we are building for you guys right now. We just wanted to talk about the Orbital, right? Orbital is our new offering. Orbital is built to simplify the predictions. Orbital is built to demystify a lot of things which you people do manually. And when you do that, there is a high possibility of going wrong, right? The software is still in development. This is the first time when the world has seen it. Otherwise, it has been released to very few bunch of people who are still trying this. So I just predominantly wanted to talk about it. Before I close, I'll just demonstrate what exactly Orbital is. So Orbital allows you to just punch in your token, whatever Lacuna token you have created using our application. So there is a mobile application also available. It is there in the Play Store and App Store. You can go and download that. It's free. Once you download that application, Orbital allows you to go and the mobile app would allow you to go and create your profile. Once your profile is created, you can share that token with us. When we put that token in Orbital, Orbital has a capability to go and generate a lot of insights about your chart. These insights are not based on someone's intuition, right? A lot of times people say that astrology is a mix of intuition and knowledge and all that, right? Obviously, intuition is there, that is used to understand what is your background, how exactly, what is the possibility of you exploring in your life based on your background, and that's where the intuition comes in. Just by seeing somebody and you get a sense of it is what is intuition, right? But what exactly your chart carries is absolutely different thing. So that is what Orbital does. Orbital focuses on your chart. It has no involvement of emotions here. So if anybody wants to see that, then what they can do, they can punch in their details. What it does, it generates the preliminary data for you. And this is a whole new set of data sets which are available there, which you can just go and see and then reach to a logical conclusion in terms of what should be predicted. Now, if you go inside it, right, it also helps you see the specific gochar, right? So there you can see the transit, when exactly, at what specific date, at what specific time a specific event can happen. All that is covered within Orbital. What Orbital does, it allows you to just go and navigate back and forth. You can just go and generate your specific gochar. It allows you to choose the specific questions if you want to ask. It also allows you to see the specific details, the degrees of the specific houses. It also helps you see the positioning of the planets. If you want to see the schedule, then that is also you can see here. The instructions are also inbuilt into it, so it makes your life pretty easy when it comes to predictions. So Orbital is something which is currently not released anywhere. It is absolutely closed source product at the moment. As soon as we do have a confidence, we would start rolling it out to the public, and specifically to the users who are connected with Lacuna Astro by any means. As long as you are not an astrologer, you can use this software. If you are an astrologer, then it is prohibited. You can't use this software. We do have ways and means to find out who is using the software. If somebody is using the software for the astrological purposes and selling the services beyond, then definitely that person would be tracked down and software would be blocked. So this is what Orbital is. This is what I wanted to talk to you guys today. If anybody is interested, you can download the Lacuna Astro application. We are in the phase where all these capabilities would be available in the mobile app also. You can just go and use mobile app rather than using the Orbital directly. So these are the things which we are offering you. Soon we'll have more updates for you. Let's connect tomorrow. Anybody whom I could not cover today, please accept my apologies. We do have a very tight timelines, so we function within that. So tomorrow, if somebody is interested, you can come tomorrow with your token, or you can just be here and I will create your token. Till then, take care of yourself, guys. Good night.